Greetings everyone, this is Jimmy Singh, broker owner with Supermax Realty. This is the part 3 of HST rebates pertaining to brand new homes. So if you have watched my previous video part 1 where I discuss in detail how you can avail the benefits, how to apply for it, and how much money you can get in the rebate. Can everybody get 130, or there is like a scale where the HST rebates reduce? So watch my video part 1, and it also discuss when your new house has to be completed. Second video I talk about in details the benefits of this HST rebate creates for the housing industry and how much revenue government generates. So watch the part 2. And in third video, I will talk about practical ground realities and challenges in regards to this rebate down the line when this initial sugar rush will finish. Because this is a temporary announcement from April 1st, 2026 all the way to the March 31st, 2027. What happens once these rebates are taken off? Personally, I believe, as I discussed in my part 2, that these rebates have to continue. And I also discussed the history when they start implementing GST on new homes and when Ontario start putting PST on top, adding 13%. So watch my part 2, it will be helpful for you to understand the perspective. So is it a good deal? Like, is it some people I talk in last 6-7 days, they said, it is a clever plan to bail out or rescue the construction industry or the standing inventory of the builders across Canada or Ontario specifically, right? Or some people also are on the other side feel that the government is very generous and it is giving lot of opportunities for buyers, lifetime opportunity to have a discount of 130,000 to buy a brand new homes. But you have to understand, like, this will drive sales. Indeed, lot of people sitting on the sidelines, they will buy. But they have to now crunch numbers and see in long term their carrying costs for next 10 to 15 years, even with the discount of 130,000. And in last 10 days, I spoke with lot of developers. We do pre-construction. My team sell a lot of new homes, and I discuss with lot of builders. Some builders I see they have increased the price a little bit. The reason being is, let's go back like a year or two. When market was booming in 21, 22, if as an investor you buy that property, you got a 24,000 flat rebate if you rent the property for at least 1 year. And if you were the end user or you're buying the property to live yourself, if you see a lawyer's closing statement, you will see on top of your purchase price, first builder added $24,000. Then he gave you credit of 24,000, reversing it so he can claim that $24,000. And if somebody lied during those times and builder found out later that it was your investment property, they have actually sent letters claiming that 24,000. So I'm sure there's a bunch of videos on my channel, Real Estate Edge with Jimmy Singh on my YouTube, or you can also subscribe my TikTok channel, Jimmy Singh Supermax Realty. Now, is it a good deal, this rebate? So it depends. If you're a first-time buyer and or you don't have a house to sell, you can certainly have a substantial saving of $130,000. But make sure before you get into this contract, get a lawyer to review the fine details, because still there's a lot of uncertainty who's gonna claim it. Because previously builders used to claim $24,000, and in last week I have noticed some builders have increased the price to cover for their expenses. Why? If builders can't claim worth $30,000, and let's say they were previously selling a house inclusive of HST of $700,000, now if government want them to give a discount of let's say $130,000, it means Now they can't claim that rebate and buyer is claiming it, so they have to offset that loss. So they have to increase the price. I'm sure in next few weeks or months, you will see that in news that some builders have to increase to cover for their profit margin, which I discuss again in the part 2 of HST rebates, that their margin is only 10.9% on building a house, whereby government's profit margin is 4 times of that. So watch out in my video about that. And also, to cover the challenges of shortage of affordable housing or rentals, now instead of flipping, they want to cover the investors so they can participate in the rental growth. Meaning, before people were flipping, they're getting 24,000 back and then making capital gains. Now, instead of flipping, they increase this enhanced HST rebate so investors can come and now buy rentals to hold for a long time. So that is certain thing you have to understand. And if the sales don't pick up, builders already started halting their new construction and looking for 2029, 2030. There is a lot of shortage for the housing. So government is trying just to stimulate the demand. And I believe even with the HST enhanced rebate, condo market will struggle because there's a lot of uncertainty among the buyers, and buyers won't jump into it because they're not sure what the future prices hold for them. So it's very, very critical. And another thing I want to talk about is don't chase the headlines, whatever the news papers are saying, because you have to understand that some people who bought pre-construction prior to this announcement, let's say a month ago or maybe 6 months ago, they paid more money what the same model somebody can buy today with that 130,000 rebate. So let's say if you buy a townhouse and with all the rebate, you're getting like $70,000-$80,000 discount at this point of time in April of 2026. What happened to the person who bought prior to you month ago? Somebody called me a couple of days ago watching my video on my channel, and he was asking me, he said, I gave just 10,000 deposit prior to announcement and I firmed up my deal and my house is supposed to close in 1 year. Now builder is selling cheap. What should I do? At one stage I lose like $100,000 because prices are down now. Builders can, undercut and sell this property for cheaper because of $130,000 HST rebate plus development charges. Government announced they're gonna cut 50%. Should I just walk away, leave my $10,000, or I take 100,000 loss? So those are real conversation I'm having with a lot of clients. And the other challenge is sellers. Some sellers in the same subdivision now, they have to have a challenge selling or competing down the line with person who bought this property 130,000 cheap. Another thing which I really want to enforce or maybe reinforce to you is, if you have a house to sell and your new house won't be built for next 6 months, 1 year, you have to be really careful. Get a free evaluation from a realtor you trust, or give me a call at 647-961-2639 to make sure if you're counting on equity of your existing house to purchase another house and your closing is not there for next year or two, would it impact? Like what if the house prices keep correcting and you can be in trouble? And overall, I work with some builders who guarantee if the prices go down, they protect the downsides, but there are some other builders who won't protect you from that. So make sure you know all the pros and cons before you jump the gun. And in last few years, we all have seen and learned the lesson that real estate don't always go up. Any questions, you can give me or my team a call. My number is 519-933-2559. Or if you're planning to buy, sell property anywhere in Greater Toronto area, Kitchener-Waterloo, London, St. Thomas, give me a call, 647-961-2639. Or if you're new to my channel, please subscribe. Thanks for watching.